Well, good morning, almost afternoon. Um, Sorry I'm a little late this week. Day late, dollar short, but maybe better late than never. Um, Today is the feast of Saint Cyprian, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Cyprian. Um, he was a very wealthy, aristocratic, um, slick talker in North Africa, and was converted to Christianity in I think 246, and a couple of years later uh, became the bishop of Carthage. And there was a time when mercy over how to deal with lapsed Christians during some persecution. And Cyprian ultimately was the mediator. Is known for helping helping find a way. There were some who said, "No, you can't come back at all," and then some who said, "Yeah, they need to welcome them back." And so, thankfully, I found a middle way. Um, but one of the things that he wrote on the Lord's Prayer, uh, we say, "Hallowed be thy name." Not that we want God to be made holy by our prayers, but because we seek from the Lord that his name may be made holy in us, so that we who have been made holy in baptism may persevere in what we have begun to be. And that reminded me about um, what I learned in my liturgy class, because all of liturgy is about becoming. Like he said, to who we persevere in what we have begun to be. Um, and so I wanted to just share with you some of the things that are I think good nuggets about why we do what we do um, uh, in our worship. Um, First, we have, of course, these rituals. Like rite one, rite two, and as we know, a ritual is something that has a sequence, formality, and structure to it. It's also repetitive, just like brushing our teeth. Get up every morning, same thing, da 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 da. And the nature of ritual is the performance of what truly is or might be, or ought to be, or is becoming. And so when ritual though is used to participate in a divine act or assist in divine action, that's when it's liturgy. It just being a ritual to liturgy. And anything else that doesn't uh, involve the divine is just a ritual. And so the core ritual that we use are sacraments. And they are used to refer to the materiality, the physical objects or signs through which ritualizing enacts identity. And Eucharist and baptism are sacraments whose elements are water, wine, and bread. And so when they're used in the ritual of the Eucharist, the sacrament then makes the risen Christ truly present in the lives of all of those of us who are worshiping. And the the purpose of baptism is that we are to be the cleansing waters and healing and strengthening oil in the world. And then alongside, the purpose of the Eucharist is to change us. In both, we are to become Christ for each other and for the world. And this is what I love. This if you don't get anything, write this down. That liturgy is ultimately the practice of continually becoming a certain kind of person before God and in the world, as we continually are shaped in Christ's likeness. It's important for us to connect the fact that there's lots of intentionality to the liturgy, and has deep meaning. As it is, I love it, as we are practicing. We are practicing becoming a certain kind of person before God and in the world. And that practice is the most important practice, I think, that we can ever engage in.